till the time my camera stops rolling, I am a journalist in the room, okay? And if the star seems friendly or in the mood, only then I'll ask for a picture or like an autograph or something. That people do assume that, our day is like this very, like a, it's straight out of like a Madhur
rocking
Bhandarkar
thing.
movie of sorts. Like, how they put
Right,
it. कि मॉर्निंग का ब्रेकफास्ट तुमने इसके साथ किया है तो आफ्टरनून
right,
लंच में
right.
तुम इसके साथ कैफे में जाओगे कॉफी डेट किसी और के साथ है it's like an interview of sorts and everything and evening mein to you will be holding a glass and in some party.
Hey Ayushi, what's up? How are you?
Hi. I'm good, how are you?
I am good. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for coming on a video call with me and recording this entire
Trust
interview.
me, the pleasure is all mine, and more importantly, my families who have got to see me in this Sabya avatar after a long, long time. So yeah,
It's been
thank you
it's
for
been
getting
a very long time in the quarantine, na sabke liye. I think everyone's just going a
the
little
lockdown.
cuckoo.
Yeah, little. I think that is Titanic of an understatement. Like I think I am gone completely cuckoo with all the work from home and that. But I have no complaints. Like I'm not cribbing. It's for the
I think
best.
we all have been a little busy. People from the media sector has been a lot more busy than any other field, I guess, currently, or maybe
Yeah, and
IT sector.
interestingly, this is my second year of working from home because last year when I was working for Z5, we had
Right.
this stretch where we worked from home for like a good period for like stretching about more than 6 months, if I can say. There used to be office visits, but very minimal, like only work related and all. And
So you're
now
kind of
it
used
has,
to it.
yeah, used to it and pretty much been there, done that scenario for me.
I want to start with, I want you to introduce yourself because I think personally, I want to know how you want everyone to know you.
Okay, what I would like everyone to know me as is someone who's still trying to find, her ground in the field of digital media and entertainment per se. Because I think, and I over the last 4 years that I started working, there have been like too many streams and fields and departments and companies that I have been a part of, fortunately. So yeah, and a digital media enthusiast is how I would like to put myself. Still learning, still growing.
So what are you doing
Milestone.
currently?
So I work as a content writer and a content operations, and like I'm a team lead of sorts at MX Player, an OTT platform. And so, given the lockdown and since everyone's home, the work has kind of picked up
Increase.
pace.
Yeah.
And yeah, because there have been a lot of demand and everything for the kind of video content for everyone to consume, since everyone's at home with family
Right.
and not able to go out anywhere.
How
So yeah,
long
I'm
has
in
it
the
been for you since the time you have been in the field of media, like right from where you began?
So I started with this internship at Times of India in 2016, and it was like completely a matter of luck. Like I just applied, and I thought I was not going to get in because I was like Times of India में कौन लेगा मुझे like that. So luckily I got in, and then from there on, like on the very first day of my internship, incidentally my friend told me that there is an opening at Times Network. So I said, boss, that's not going to happen because I have to complete my internship and 2 months का internship है तब तक तो of course vacancy fill हो जाएगा. So I said, let's see. But maybe I was supposed to, work at Times Network, and even after like a month, there was a vacancy, so I applied, and like it was like a 15-minute and the coolest interview that I've ever given for a job in my life. You know, it was like in a parking zone of sorts, जो कमला मिल्स में बीच में like ऐसा crossway है वहाँ पे. Like this editor of
Wow.
mine, she came down and she just gave me a call and she said, okay, let's meet. And we spoke for 15 minutes and she like, okay, let's join. I have the HR make you an offer and join from the first. I said, no, I can't join because I have a month to go for my internship. So then I joined Times Network. I had joined as a digital executive. Then I became senior digital executive there. And we started this website called zoomtv.com from the scratch. And it was our baby and very still is, like holds a very important place for
Right.
me. And later on, it was merged with Times Now News entertainment section of Times Now News website. And from there on, I moved to peepingmoon.com. The best 3 months I've ever had with the craziest bunch. Like, and in such a short span, I mean, I must say that I connected really well. And yeah. And then I moved to Z5. That was like a very major change from what I had been doing, because I
Right.
had mostly been in the field of reporting and journalism, and then there was this opening where I had to write for original content coming up for Z5 and ZTV, the TV shows and films. And then we got on to doing all the exclusives for Z5 and doing interviews for Z5, like everything in-house, like a in-house
Right.
PR and everything, like a push of sort for the video content. And then I moved to MX Player. That was again a role switch, because I had been into content and publishing for like about 2.5, 3 years. And then, actually 3.5 years. And then now I'm into content operations, where what my job basically involves, like localization is like a very key, element to any OTT platform.
Right.
Because in India, like we say, there are like so many languages that are spoken, and so every consumption language differs state to state
Right.
and area wise. So I take care of that for the app, and I also write content for the Android and iOS and all those kind of devices. And there is also like an enrichment of metadata and everything on the app
So
that
there's
needs to
there's
be
a
done for the
lot you are doing right now. It's a mix of lot of things
yeah
going on for you right
yeah
now.
yeah, and it's a
Initially,
very good mix. I'm
you're
actually
learning a
enjoying
lot.
this.
I think it gives
Yeah,
you a lot of
true,
opportunity to learn, to be
true,
in different
true.
departments and work with
Hmm.
different people, different companies. So
Hmm.
when you were pursuing your studies, that time the kind of perception you had of the media, the
Hmm.
people who are
Hmm.
in media, the journalists, the reporters, what was that? And when you entered the industry, it must have changed, of course, over the years.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
what was it when you were
So,
actually studying? And then what was your
so,
vision?
so I'll tell you what. I come from a small town, Jalgaon. Okay, and maths, physics तो मेरे बस का था नहीं बिल्कुल. Like I think सर से ऊपर जाता है वो भी बहुत बड़ा एक अंडरस्टेटमेंट होगा बोलना. ठीक है. So I somehow passed and struggled and made through my +2 and everything. And then and since like ninth or eighth grade, I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. Get into the field of journalism, and let's just take it one step at a time. So when I came to Bombay, like coming from a city like Jalgaon and coming to Bombay, I thought, okay, people might be very hoity-toity and snooty and all that essay. But on the very first day, the first thing our professor told us was, I still remember in the first lecture, there's like a place called BMM Bar. It's not a bar, to clarify first of all. It's just like a hangout spot. Like it's more like a jamming spot of sorts, where the only BMM people hang out. BMM is like Bachelors of Mass Media. So only those people of those stream hang out. Everybody else just disperses into the crowd or
Is
somewhere
it
else
like
to their
only
own
those
spot.
people are allowed over there, or only just it's like an
Yeah,
understanding only
yeah.
they'll hang out?
No, basically BMM वाले ही allowed है और BMM वाले ही जाते थे. It was of that sort.
Because everyone has that kind of understanding कि यार जाने का कोई मतलब नहीं है वहाँ पे.
हाँ, exactly, like समझेगा नहीं क्या बोलते रहेंगे ये लोग आधा टाइम, तो इसलिए. तो हाँ, so that is where my perception of I thought कि it would be hardcore कि ठीक है field पे रहना है, ethics and all that. I was like, okay, there's a lot more to the field than what I had actually thought of in my mind. And as I started learning about it in college as well, and meeting professors who at that point were reporters on field and working across various media publications and everything, so that sort of gave me a good exposure before I actually started working. So by the time I was on ground, it was not like a surprise or a bummer of sorts, because I had seen a trailer of sort like in my college itself. कि
Right.
ठीक है, I knew what to expect, and of that
And
sort.
then you went into such a big publication which already gave you a lot of exposure, I think. I mean, that must have
Hmm.
also contributed to the growth.
Definitely, because no matter how much you say or deny it, there is a certain hierarchy in every field that is
Right.
followed. As much as we try to deny it and say, try to like submit, not submit to it, but we end up doing that eventually. So, coming from a big publication, of course, at that point mattered, because preference milta hai interviews mein, because there is like a huge readership, there's like a huge
Right.
following. So that way you got to do a lot more, because you would just tell a person, okay, I'm from TOI, I'm from Times Network, they will be like, oh, okay, fine.
Right,
That is
right,
actually wrong to do on field, but if you go to see from a business perspective, I understand that there are compulsions in place. Okay, okay, the readership or a viewership that a certain publication might offer might not be the same with some other person. Like I've
right,
been on both the sides of the table where I know I have had to tell a person, okay, I'm sorry, I'll give you a little later slot or something like that. And
right,
where I have been the person who has been made to hurry, okay, no, we want you to finish up first, and then there are others who are waiting in queue
right,
and everything
right.
like that. So I think, yeah, that was like a great exposure, because in terms of like my tenure at Times Network, I mean, meeting all the celebrities and growing up like on a mixture of Bollywood masala and all those kind of films and shows, like
So
it was an eye opener for sure.
entertainment was always your first preference, that beat.
No, that it was politics, but I did try a bit at politics, during entertainment, but because of some reasons I did not like it that much, and so I stepped back and I stuck to entertainment. And
So,
plus, I was liking all the
yeah,
entertainment thing
the
that
entertainment part
we
of it.
usually do. Yeah, yeah.
Tell me, being an entertainment journalist, how does it feel when you become one? When you actually start doing that kind of reporting, meeting celebrities, setting up interviews, taking interviews,
Hmm.
talking to managers, celebrities on daily basis. How was the
So
first hand experience like when you initially started? Because now you're obviously settled down. Now you are more casual and comfortable. Initially, people are like starstruck, like, oh shit,
right.
yeah,
So I had a rule since the very beginning of my career that uh, till the time my camera stops rolling, I am a journalist in the room. Okay. And if the star seems friendly or in the mood, only then I'll ask for a picture or like an autograph or something. And otherwise I did not I was never starstruck, first of all, when I was like going there to interview the person, because for me I think it hinders that professional aspect and takes me away from what I'm supposed to do on the field and what I'm there for. So but otherwise what people assume is कि वो entertainment journalist है तो parties में जाते होंगे तो there might be a lot of stuff happening and everything. There's gossip,
right,
although it's also called the business of gossip and everything, entertainment journalism, because people usually come to us. I've been to parties where friends have been like, अरे ये बता ना इसके साथ क्या चल रहा है उसके साथ
right,
क्या चल रहा है. I'm like,
right.
you won't believe, like my own brother spent after my life telling me that would you like you to please invite like a couple of your celebrity
Celebrity friends
friends
at home.
friends to the wedding, or like to a circle or something. I'm like, are you bad? I'm not like some chuddy buddies or anything with them. Like I said, dude, I just interviewed them, they liked the
Right,
interview, I shared, they were like shared it on their profile or anything, and that's about it. I said, they have a life, I have a life. I can't like cling on to them and be like, "Arey batao na, chalo aaj kya scoop hai."
right.
Unless of course it takes years, like veteran journalists are good friends with a lot of actors, and but it takes years, and I think it also takes an understanding from both the sides to kind of build that rapport.
Right.
And we do not always on the field have that kind of time to build the rapport, because more often than not there are interviews lined up back to back, there are events happening across the city, and in a city like Bombay, I mean, traffic and
Also,
everything.
I also think that the kind of relationship these actors currently have with veteran journalists, I don't
Hmm.
think so they're gonna build it with the new lot, because
No, because
there was that time when they trusted those journalists. Now it's like
right.
a hodgepodge and a mix of everything, because
Hmm.
everything right now
Hmm.
is commercial. Initially they
Right.
used to go on the
and
set, spend the
and
entire day there, talk to
exactly,
them. That used to
exactly.
happen. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. And I'll tell you what, initially the scene was that, anything you had to know about a star would come from the horse's mouth. The star would sit down, spend a day, or
Right,
invite the journalist over, and usually used to be in magazines, like a fortnightly or a monthly or bi-weekly sort of magazine, or something like that. So there wasn't much exposure. But now with social media and everything is out there.
right.
With every film release, with every ad campaign they do, we know it's out there on social media.
Right.
That is also, I think, one of the sources of revenues for a lot of celebrities across the world. So there is not much left to actually cover or dig out or
Right.
break, so
Unless
to
you
say.
actually get some first-hand information and it's a really big piece of
Exactly. Yeah.
news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
And because that comes like
right.
once in a while, it becomes all the more special for us.
True. And you mentioned the part about where people asking you that, you go to parties and these gossip. I was actually coming to that point, because when you are in a profession like this, and especially in in this entertainment beat, people around you think that your life is just glamorous. You wake up, you go to a party, you go for lunches and dinners, and then every weekend is like at some celebrity's
Yeah.
house, you're
Yeah.
drinking, you're partying, and maybe you're having like a cup of tea with someone in afternoon, something like that. So do you
Definitely.
often get asked by your maybe friends, family, or something, that for
Hmm.
like a message or a video clip of someone, or like who's doing who? I should come on now, just tell us what kind of gossip. Just get us one message, one picture,
that
please.
that happens all the time, all the time. So my brother is like a huge fan of Neha Dhupia, and he's like, you meet everybody but don't meet Neha Dhupia. I said, it's not like I can handle her calendar diary or anything. I said, we are professionals and I can only meet her when the situation arises or the need for it arises, something like that. So it happens, like as you rightly said, that people do assume that our day is like this very like a it's straight out of like a Madhur
Rocking
Bhandarkar
thing.
movie of sorts, like how they put
Right,
it, कि मॉर्निंग का ब्रेकफास्ट तुमने इसके साथ किया है, तो आफ्टरनून
right,
लंच में
right,
तुम इसके साथ कैफे में जाओगे, कॉफी डेट किसी और के साथ है, it's like an interview of sorts and everything, and evening में तो you will be holding a glass and in some party, like
yeah,
that
yeah,
is the
yeah,
common perception,
right.
but
But
that
does
is
that
not
make
how it
your
happens.
but does that make your job a little difficult? Not difficult as per se. I think. Do you think that people take you less seriously because you're an entertainment beat?
Yes, yes, because I have been in organizations where I have had people within and outside the organization, sort of feel that, okay, entertainment, I mean, for that matter, gets, I think, a lot of eyeballs. People do like to read gossip. People do
Right.
like to read what is happening in the lives of their favorite celebrity or what movie is coming out when and everything of that stuff. But, a lot of people around me, I have felt that they tend to feel, ki, Arey, your life is so glamorous. Now, I have friends in the United States. They are all like, doing very well in their lives and everything. And all they can tell me is that how envious they are of my life. And
Right.
I'm like, it's not something of that sort that you feel. But they are like, at least you're not glued to your desk for a 9 to 5 job. That is their perception. But I'm like, a lot goes into doing the kind of job we do, because we have to work around the clock. There is no clock, first of all, for us.
True.
There have been times when there have been breaking news and we have had to like literally gotten messages and calls overnight, and you just wake up and start filing or
It's
you
not
start
a nine to
writing.
five job. It's just on paper, but
Yeah,
it's a complete
exactly.
24 hours job for someone who's in
True,
media to do it.
true, true. Because
And
there's no clock, because news cycle doesn't stop,
true.
things don't stop happening in the world at all. In some part of the world, always there is something happening. And there are always going to be people who want to know what's happening in that part or with this person or that person. So,
And this was like one section of the society who's not part of the media field, who do not know how
hmm,
it functions. What
yeah.
about the people who are in the same fraternity covering different beats, but their perception towards the entertainment beat, what you are doing, does that kind of hampers the way you work or way you interact with people, your job?
So honestly, I haven't had like a chance to interact much with people from various other beats, and but as far as I know, and as far as my work life has been concerned, there has been pretty much a balance that because it's all about the numbers eventually. So whoever gets the numbers gets the prize.
Right. And how do you manage to compete with the other reporters, the journalists, when you were reporting, when you were doing
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
interviews, when you were on the field?
Hmm.
how
Hmm.
how do you manage to compete with those people, because everyone's running behind a story, right? And everyone wants to be better than the other one. How does that work out for a reporter?
Uh, it's very very difficult, first of all, that I mean, it's like a sword hanging over your head, honestly. Like, because by the end of the day you have to have some sort of a breaking story, honest. Thankfully now there is no sort of that pressure, because everybody has some or the other uh, contacts, or some or the other sources here and there, and they come to know and they publish something or the other
Right.
breaking. But I think if we rewind 5 years or 7 years back, that is when the excess pressure would come into the
Right.
picture. But nowadays, everybody pretty much has their sources established, and more or less, it's social media that is also a great source for people to know. And
Right.
there's this thing in journalism that always saves you from getting a lawsuit. That is a question mark.
Very rightly said, actually. I mean, this is best line I've heard in a very long time. It's very apt, actually. If you don't want to go to
Yeah.
jail, just use a question mark,
Just
guys.
use a question mark. Yeah. And it is, and I see a lot. So now that I am out of that circle, and I am not running around on the field trying to get stories and everything, from a when I took a step back, and now that I am out of that thing into a different department, I can actually see how much it is exploited also, to an extent. Like, you can read a story and you can tell that, okay, this might not be true. ठीक है, ऐसा तो
Right.
शायद हुआ ही नहीं होगा. But then there are like pros and cons to everything. So
Right. And it's been a quite a
yeah.
long time for you
Yeah.
since you have been in the industry, Now you are on the other side. Now you're no longer
Hmm.
reporting.
Hmm.
But as
Hmm.
a person from the
Hmm.
other side of the table, how do you see things have changed over the years from your perception? And I'm not talking about the time of veteran journalists or when journalism was
Hmm.
supposed to
Hmm.
be this
Hmm.
hardcore thing, but since the time you started and now where you are, now you're seeing things.
I'll tell you what. When I had started out, every Instagram story was a news item for us. But that is something that I've seen is no longer the same. Unless and until it is some sort of a movie announcement and everything, and even for that matter. And there is a lot of what the change that I've seen is people treat I mean, the people who are doing the job are treated with much more dignity now than it was initially. There is a lot of respect for what is being done, and
Right.
there is no sensationalism to say. There are no more just stupid pictures or stupid things just being put out for the heck of it. That okay, we have to put out 40 stories, 50 stories in a day, so just put out anything randomly,
Right.
whatever you feel is worthy. But no, you have to have some sort of peg, because the audience has also gotten smart. With all these apps and technologies coming out, the audience has become very smart. If they do not like you, it
Yeah.
just takes a fingertip for them to go to somebody else.
Right.
So what I like is the industry has become much more dynamic, and it's constantly evolving, like from doing Facebook lives to now in a lockdown, with us talking over this video call, and like other celebrities being interviewed over video calls. I think that's the way to go, evolving with times, and also while at the same time not crossing that line, not doing too much just because you want to you know pull in the numbers and everything. Like, initially I think that was very difficult as to where to draw a line, because everybody wanted to just establish themselves and bring out the A game, as they said it.
Right.
But I think now everybody knows that it's okay to be like a number two, a number five, a number six. If the people like you, and the people do want to read what you're putting out there, or do want to watch what you're putting out there, it doesn't matter.
Right. So now I want to know few fun things from you. Number one,
Hmm.
tell me some really awkward or a goofed up thing that you have done when you were reporting. There's always something in store, so you can never say that, oh my God, I've never
Okay,
done something
I'll tell
embarrassing.
you this. So I had to meet Deepika Padukone at one of the hotels in Bombay for the Padmavat interviews. The Padmavat success interviews were happening. Okay, and then me being me, I don't know how it happened and why it happened, but I'm glad it happened. So I entered the lobby, and she was in one of the hotel rooms, and she was having like an evening snack or something of sorts. So I had to wait. So I said, okay. So I waited in the lobby, and then when I went upstairs, I was like, the PR who was supposed to tell me which room I have to go to suddenly got a call. So he got busy and he told me, you go, keep walking. The room at the end of the floor. I mean, the end of the, like the.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. I said, but, this floor has like two ends. So he said, go to the left side, left side. I said, okay, on the left side, the end. I thought it might have like only one room because I'd never been to that hotel earlier. So I said, okay, there are two rooms like at the left end of this area, one on my left and one on my right. I said, where am I supposed to knock? So, and I said, I just don't want to be that person who just knocks up on the wrong door and, embarrasses
Yeah.
herself and everything. So I said, I'll wait. But then he started texting me that you should go. She got free. So I said, yeah, like Deepika Padukone, like how do I be late for her interview and everything? So I knocked on my left side, the door on my left. Okay. Guess who opened the door? It was Nagarjuna.
Oh my God.
And yeah, and I was like, so sorry. And I was like, am I like dreaming or am I being delusional? Is he really here?
Like
So
Nagarjuna
then,
at one
and
end, Deepika at the other.
Deepika and
What a
other,
life.
imagine. Yeah. So I was like, is this really happening and everything? And suddenly that, there's this movie in which he does something with his leg. That scene started playing in my mind. I have seen that movie. I obsessed over that movie in my childhood, like no kidding. Because I used to really like, what he would do, the actions and all that, the larger than life
Yeah,
fight
yeah.
action that we've seen, right? So one of those. So I was like, oh my God, this is him. And then I totally zoned out that I am here to meet Deepika. Okay.
Oh shit.
And so then I was like, I'm so sorry, sir, and everything. And then just at that point, his room service came. And I was like, he had ordered some evening breakfast or something of that sort. And then I was like, okay, I'm glad. And he said, it's okay. And then the PR came running teacher when he saw me entering the wrong door, like standing at the wrong door. He said, you don't have to go there. It's not, Deepika is here. I said. So then he heard, who was there? And then I said, there's Deepika Padukone. She is doing interviews here. He's like, oh, she's doing interviews. Okay. Give her my best and everything. I said, and then I just stood there smiling. He's like, you want to come inside and join me? Like, you both want to come inside and I want to have tea or something. I said, no, sir, we are fine. Then then I just clicked a picture and everything with him. And I told him, like, that scene kept playing in my mind, which is why I stood there like a dumbstruck girl.
I'm quite
I
sure
said
if you
nothing
must be
else.
having some extra time in your hand, you must have just gone and like had a cup of tea, just like people imagine reporters to do. Then you would have had that one story with you that, oh yeah, one
He's a
day I was
legend,
just
dude. Like, he's a legend. Like, he's a legend. Who would have missed the chance of having a tea with him, like a cup of tea with him? Seriously.
who's your
And
favorite
then
Bollywood celebrity, Ayushi? Who's that one person that you would die for? There's
Kareena
a
Kapoor Khan.
there was a big silence. I was like, "Dun."
Because I'll tell you what, there is like so much of love I have for her. Like so much of love. Like I surprise myself I could have so much of love for someone,
You surprise everyone with
I'm
the kind
sure.
of love
With
you
all
have
the
for her.
non-stop talks I have, yeah.
Yeah, with you being
Like
you calling yourself stepmom of Temur, you want to be his
not mom.
nanny
I
also.
already told you I'd be like the hot nanny who can take
Yeah,
care of
hot
them both.
nanny, of course, of course. So have you had a chance to meet her?
Never meet your superheroes, they say, no. So there was this one time I did have a chance, but I got cold feet. I was like, what if she's like, like not in a mood, or
Right.
the meeting doesn't end up well, or anything of that sort. So I actually passed on just because of that scare.
You know,
It's too perfect in my mind.
I
The
have this
meeting that I'll have with her.
exactly. I have this feeling that I personally don't want to meet like people I absolutely love because I already have a
Hmm.
picture of them in my head,
Exactly.
and if they don't
Exactly.
turn out that way, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Hmm. And it's not that she might not be the way she is, and she's fabulous, of course, no doubts about that. But what if she's just having a
Bad
bad
day.
day, or what if
That's
she's
right.
running busy? And what
Right.
if she's like in the middle of things and she's like, there's too much chaos and it happens, like, everyone's a human. So I'm like, I don't want to spoil that thing in my mind. So yeah,
Right.
I'm too
Tell
scared
me,
to meet her. Yeah.
I am quite sure one day she's just gonna come up to you and she'll be like, "Hi, you Ayushi, right? Yeah, I'm Bebo. You know me, I'm Bebo."
I I'm gonna drop dead. Drop dead.
I'm quite sure
Keep a
about it.
stretcher ready.
And now, if you have to choose from being a journalist and being this person at the OTT, who would you choose?
OTT any day. I'm enjoying this. There's like so much to. I'm not saying not to mean not like not to disrespect any one in the journalism industry, but I'm really enjoying OTT, and there's so much more that I have to learn here that I feel like वो होता है ना एक बार once you get the taste of it, you cannot like
Right.
leave it. It's that sort of thing. Like I never thought I would be an OTT, but now that I am, I'm loving it truly. It keeps me on my toes. That's like a very good thing.
Ayushi, thank you so much. This was fun, especially the last part of it when you told me about your dream date with Deepika and Nagarjuna. I think that was the highlight of
Thank
it.
you.
I never knew about that
Thank
story.
you.
That was quite
Mm.
fun. I hope you had fun.
I did. Truly. Seriously, I was looking forward to like, when are we doing this? And finally we set a date.
How does it feel to being on the other side and getting interviewed?
Oh my god. I thought you would lead with that. I literally thought you would lead with that, but I was so excited. I went and told everyone in my house. And I got ready after 2.5 months. Like, ready as in like I put on proper clothes and made my hair into proper braid and everything. And I'm like, no, this has to be like very, very on point. I was super excited. It was so much fun. Like, and I can now understand, not understand, but I can now somehow imagine what people must be going through or have gone through when I put all those questions through
Like, what kind
their
of
way.
question is she gonna ask me? What controversial thing is
Yeah.
gonna come my way now? I
I'm so
think
scared you're going to bring up a few things, but I'm like, no, okay.
no, I mean we people in the same industry we support each other, right? So we're not gonna delve into
Yes,
something very
yes.
controversial which might get both of us
We
into
stick by
trouble.
each other. No, that is also one of the a very great thing that I've seen about the journalism industry and our entertainment industry, so to say, is that everyone sticks by each other. That there's no thing as such ki, and I don't see competition of that sort also on the field. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's
Now
not like a
everyone's
full
like
of
pretty chilled out.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's like, ठीक है, जब we are at office or we are doing our work and everything, ठीक है, they know where to leave the emotions, and
Right.
where to draw that line between business and emotions and everything that way. So I think that's pretty chill.
You know, I want you to say goodbye in like a Bebo style because I know you're a huge fan.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I
Come
mean,
on,
come on, please. That
try.
would
Okay,
be that would
okay.
be like.
Give me a best Bebo line so that I can close the video.
So I'll tell you what the best thing the best line that she's ever spoken, and it has really stayed with me. It's not like a movie dialogue or anything. It's that I do my own thing, and I believe what I do is the right thing.
Damn.
That's by Kareena Kapoor Khan, and it's like stayed with me, and I live by it. I literally like I vicariously live through her, but I live by this statement of hers, like in my real life for sure.
And with that, we drop the mic and we say goodbye.
Yeah. तो मैं नहीं बोलूंगी तो और कौन बोलेगा? हाँ? Half your bye bye Muthu.
I think my Alexa just spoke in between.
Hi Alexa. I was like, where
Oh
is
my
she
God.
sitting? What is that announcement?
I got so scared. How did
ऐसे कैसे क्या बोलती तरुषी?